Hey folks, Dave here, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance, the rather realistic medieval role-playing game. Today, I'm going to be diving into the first parts of the From the Ashes DLC, which is a story-based DLC that involves Henry, the main character, rebuilding a village for Sir Divish, who is the Lord of Hamburg. I am of course continuing the game as my kind of Robin Hood inspired version of Henry, so rebuilding a village where I've heard that your refugee neighbors can actually settle is a pretty fantastic extension of how I've been playing the game, and I'm excited to dive in and see how we're going to pull this off. I've been out here, again, as my Robin Hood style character, patrolling the roads, and I'm heading back to Hamburg right now to talk to Sir Divish. And I've been checking bandit camps that I've cleared before along the way, and it looks like, yeah, this one right here is occupied again. So before we head to Hamburg to talk to Sir Divish, I'm going to stop here and take care of some bandit scum on the highway. Get some distance first, and try out some archery. Missed that first shot, but I pulled kind of quick. Oh, right in the face mask. I guess the eye slot, actually. That was an awesome shot. Okay, they're spreading out, and got him in the chest, but he's still alive. This is kind of awesome. They're, like, spreading out. Got him right in the sternum. Oh, man, he went down flat. Yeah. Oh, wow, a few of them are actually running now. Starting some panic. Okay, missed that shot. Yeah, he's just gonna take it right in the neck. I think a few have already escaped now. They spread out in all directions. This guy is checking on his friend. I'll try to get him in the legs, and then we're gonna fight this out with swords. Now that it's just him left. He's got some pretty decent armor.
Fucking hell!
I'm not wearing a helmet, so I have to be careful here. Wearing my green Robin Hood hat.
I'm over here!
Oh, that was a nice dodge right there. And again. He's got to be getting frustrated here.
Ow.
One of his friends is wandering back. Did I grab the blade of my sword and hit him with the hilt there? What was that? I'm getting some good hits in, but he has a lot of armor and a lot of health. Great.
What's up?
Two is a crowd.
Shit yourself?
Alright, well this guy's getting on my nerves already.
Okay, well,
Oh, that was a great strike right in the helmet. I gotta be careful here. Now that he's surrendering, he might try and run while I'm fighting his friend here, so let's keep an eye on him. Oh, yep, there he goes. I don't think I can pull a quick combo on this guy and take him out, so I'm gonna chase his friend down.
Is that the best you can do? I'll slaughter you.
Yeah, he's still gonna chase me. I don't know if I have the stamina to actually run from the swordsman, chase his friend, and still have stamina left to fire some arrows at him. It's gonna be dicey. That looked like it hit him, but I think it went right over his shoulder. Yeah, he's still going. I thought that was a hit. Yeah, managing my stamina is going to be too tough for this, I think. I'm going to let this guy run. Let's go back and try and find his friend.
Yeah.
I'm going to let this guy run for now. Let's go back, find that swordsman. I don't see him anywhere. Did he go back to camp? There's someone here, but I don't think it's the guy I was fighting.
What's going on there? What are you doing here?
Let's cross swords anyway. He's got a, I think it's a huntsman's sword and a bow. Try to be aggressive here. Wear his stamina down. He actually got a hit in. Going for the bow. Alright, let's close.
Alright, you win. I surrender.
Well, I don't see any of his friends, so let's... Alright, buddy. You can't surrender and then just take off. That's gonna be a mercy kill. Put him down. Okay. What's he got? I'll take his Groshen and his Marigold health potion, maybe? Beyond that, I want to move on to Hamburg and get this settlement building DLC started. Let's pack things up and head out. Wait, there's one of the guys asleep over here still. Here we go, I'll be kind. I won't stab him with my dagger. I'm just gonna choke him out violently, hands right into his throat. And then I'll take his repair kits for sure. But also his weapons. And his boots as well. So he can't come after me. And you know what? His hat too. Just to embarrass him. And I'll leave him unconscious there. And his dead friends. Okay. Onwards to Talmberg we go. At long last, we're arriving at Talmberg. And hopefully Sir Divish hasn't gone to bed yet because the sun's setting. And we'll be able to figure out what the plans are for this so-called resettlement. Yeah, I'm gonna race up right to the castle because it's getting dark pretty fast. Yeah, I think he hangs out in his prayer room during the evening. So if he's not asleep yet, we can probably find him there. Cut up the hill here. There we are. Nope, I think this is his private bedchamber. There he is.
Good day, Henry.
Must have been in his office.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
Can I be of service to you, Sir Divish? I've heard talk that something is going on in Pribyslavitz.
Henry, you've come at just the right moment.
I sent a man to Pribyslavitz. My locator, Marius.
What's a locator?
A land allocator. I charged him with checking on the condition of the settlement to see if we can start rebuilding it.
You're planning to resettle the village?
Yes,
Why Pribyslavitz of all places?
because it's been lying fallow and falling into ruin since it was sacked by Havelmedic years ago. It's about time that changed.
Well, it should be safe there now. We trounced that rabble on the battlefield.
Yes, and that's why I sent my master locator there. However, he should have been back long since.
If you've no objection, I could go and look for him.
I'd appreciate that. He probably just got delayed. But I'd be happier if you checked it out.
God be with you.
Okay. Well, as I expected, things aren't going well for the resettlement so far, and our surveyor, essentially, has gone missing. Let's see. Lost in the Woods is the name of our DLC quest here. I think I'm actually going to ride down the main road and then cut up the creek bed instead of taking the northeast road. Darkness is falling, but that might be a good thing because if there is in fact trouble afoot, it might be time to do some sneaking. Got plenty of arrows with me, and my bow, of course. And I also have my silent shoes, my black hood, and some of my darker clothes. My stealth's high enough that I might not need a full makeover just to sneak in. But let's go see what's up at, see if I can get this right. Pribyslavitz? That's pretty close, right?
Yeah.
The village.
Yeah.
Let's go see what's going on with this locator. Everyone's calling in at night, it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually turn my HUD off and see if I can find the village without the compass. I haven't been back there in a while, so it might be a bit tough. But I want to try it. Call it a mini version of the hardcore mode here. Here's the bridge. This should be our branching path somewhere through here. Yeah, if we follow the cut line here, up the creek bed, we should be going in the right direction. There we go. There's some open forest. Well, mostly. If we follow the angle, yep, there's a rough path heading north. This should get us very close right here. Pull that torch back out. It's getting really dark. Actually, no. Put the torch back away. Try to sneak in a bit closer. There are a lot of twisting paths out here. I think we're heading too far east. Let's go ahead and check that compass. Yep, too far east. Actually, this branch right here should be enough to take us west to the camp. Almost can't see this path at all. Going downhill now. I think we're getting close. And there it is. Do I have any of the night scene potions? I do. I have one Nighthawk potion. I'll wait for that though, until I actually really need it. I'm gonna put my black hood on here. And my silent shoes. I believe I've got my dark armor along with... Where is it? Dark padded coif as well. That should be plenty for some light stealthing. Somehow the coif is actually more noticeable. Should the hat come off though? Nah, hat stays on. Actually, it is pretty dark. Let's go ahead and use that Nighthawk potion. I'm gonna go to where I went during the battle. There's an entrance hidden back here in the woods. If it's not boarded up, it's not. Wow, the Nighthawk potion is quite powerful now. Trying to stealth and I'm jumping. I don't see anybody here yet. There's a guy at the campfire. There we go. Who is this guy? It's a Kuman. He's unarmed, so I'm going to leave him alone for now. He might just be a refugee from the fight. And arrows from the fight as well still here. Well, the rain does help my stealthing at least. And there's no perimeter guards either, I'm noticing. Okay, I see somebody with some armor over here. A few people asleep.
here. Fucking boring.
No one to rob here. Oh, it's a bandit. Well, he just murmured aloud about robbing, so I think I'm going to go ahead and put him down. I'm going to pick my quality arrows. Got 3 of them. Get nice and close. Perfect hit. Down he goes. Someone else waking up. Missed. I think he knows what's up now.
There you are. Oh. I'll slaughter you. I've gone weak at the knees, have you?
Hopefully we can keep this pretty quiet. Take him out quick.
Fucker! Not caught him up!
Must have been close enough to hear the body drop. Or the twang of the bow. I'm gonna try and lead him out of the camp. So we don't wake anybody else up. Come on.
I'll find you, you cheater. You can't hide from me.
He's taking his sweet time. Let's try to get a shot off. No mercy. Playing dirty. Well, the good news is they're definitely bandits. No sign of our locator yet. I thought I saw somebody over by the fire. Oh yeah, right there, I think. I'll try to go non-lethally now, if I can catch him by surprise. Show some mercy. Can talk to him, apparently. Let me see if anybody else is here, and I'll wake him up. I want to make sure that all of his buddies are dead first. He's got no backup. Thank you for your Groshen contribution. Yeah, I don't see anybody else in the camp. Besides that Kuman, the unarmed Kuman down in the lower camp. He might just be a refugee from the fight, though. Man, this guy is a sound sleeper.
Hey, what the fuck are you doing here?
So, it's all clear to me now.
What is? Who are you? You've no business here.
I'm Henry, and I was expecting to find you here.
What? How could you?
Sir Divish's locator went missing around these parts.
Well, it seems like he's all out of luck, don't it? Divish ought to have sent someone better than you to parley.
He didn't send me to parley, he sent me to deal with it.
Deal with it? There's plenty of us and you're on your own, so I'd think twice about how you're going to deal with that.
You're on your own, too. I'm gonna threaten him, I think.
Let him go, right now. Or you can stay here and feed the crows, like the rabble who were here before you.
All right. No need to be hasty, eh? We'll be on our way then. Quietly. That fella's in the tent over there.
You'll be on your way alone. Okay, so which tent was he referring to? Just one quick lockpick. Better long distance arrow. Oh, there's 90 of them? Oh, there's actually some solid stuff in here. Nothing really worth carrying, though. I will take the pretzel and the apple. Some decent starter swords. Oh, I see him.
Help me.
Is that a locked crate right there? It's got 10 lockpicks inside. Alright, let's untie him.
Thank you. My pleasure. Sir Divish sent me to find you. And it looks like I arrived just in time. God's truth. I'm Henry of Skalitz.
My name is Marius Bielek, Master Locator. Sir Divish sent me here to survey the area.
Well, the outlaws are out of the way, so we can go and report to him, right?
Not just yet. Those bastards caught me as soon as I arrived. And so far all I've seen is the inside of the tent they tied me up in. I still have a job to do. Although I won't see much in the dark. I'll have to spend the night. Though I doubt I'll get a wink of sleep after what happened. You sure there are no more bandits around?
You've nothing to worry about. Unless you're afraid of hares.
Well, come to me after dawn and we'll look the place over together. I'll explain everything to you.
Alright. Good night.
I guess I should probably take this guy's body away from the campfire. Ooh, that's a jacket I haven't seen before. I'm gonna grab that. Bandages, the bread. What else you got here? Sort by value. Okay. You got some solid stuff on you. And I'll put my traditional armor back on. Gotta have that Robin Hood style. There we go. Dirty, that's more like it.
What are you lugging that for God's sake? You're not a grave digger, are you?
As I expected, my master locator is a bit squeamish about bodies. I'll carry it out of camp. Just for my immersion. Dump him over the wall. Or in the wall. That works too. Looks like he's gonna grab some of the bandit stew. I think I will eat before I sleep some of the food that I took. Okay. Onward to morning. I'll take the, I guess, captain's tent here. Oh, the lighting in this game is awesome. Love the shadows of stuff on the inside of the tent. The semi-transparent cloth just looks great. How's our nourishment? Oh, we're still good. I'll have one piece of bread to start the day. And where is our master locator? Let's do some surveying. Wow. He's just eating all their stew from one side of the camp to the other.
Here I am.
Excellent. We can start inspecting the area right away to see what can be built where. Shall we get to it then?
I'll escort you then. At least I can make sure you don't get caught again.
What? Are there more of those bandits around?
No, I just meant... Never mind. Should we get going?
This is a good spot for the rat house. Every village must have one. It'll be nice and prominent here. It's on the hillside, so the foundations will stay dry. It can have its own little square, close to the church. There's no better site here. The church is still standing. Good. Good. Whoever built it did a good job. Considering how old it is and what it's been through recently, it stood up well. It won't be an easy job to fix it, but it can be done. Timber alone won't do, though.
This is a huge town. As far as small towns go, lots of layered defenses. Where are you going? Still wearing my quiet shoes.
We could fit at least one tradesman's shop here. Maybe a baker's?
I assume that most of these crumbling frames of the previous houses aren't really salvageable. Wow, go through the thickest part of the underbrush, why don't you?
Quite a lot of space there. It just needs clearing thoroughly. Then we could even fit stables here. Main approach road and stream.
I assume we're gonna rebuild this bridge right here. It's a little bit rickety, outdated.
This bridge needs reinforcing. It won't last long in this condition. I reckon it would make sense to build a weir over the stream down there. The water here is clean and can be used to supply the village until we sink a well. It's a good thing we have this stream. No point in building without a water source.
Yeah, that's a pretty fast flowing stream.
Supplies and trade will flow through here.
There's still banners left over from the fight.
I can't even see past the trees and ruins whether there's room for anything there. But at least the trees are strong and healthy. All we need is a few good woodcutters, and we won't have to bring in any timber from elsewhere. Stone foundations. They'll come in handy, and we're close to the stream. Lots of space here.
Just that one refugee Kuman back here. Just ignore him.
There's a well here already. All the better.
Is that a well? That looks creepy. Is he tied up?
Big space, clean water, close to the village green. Good site for an inn.
Some huge foundations here.
That's that then. The most essential surveying is done.
I can't believe he dressed like that to go out into the woods. Well, I think that does it for the first round of surveying. Let's see what's next. This is arrows stuck in the logs from the fight. That's a good one. Cute.
So, Master Locator, ready to start building?
There's a long way to go before that. The few ruins that are left are basically beyond repair. It's all overgrown with brush.
Oh dear.
We'll have to get it all cleared before we can start rebuilding it.
So it is possible to rebuild everything?
Yes, absolutely.
But building a whole village is no small enterprise.
We'll need timber, lots of it. Which isn't a problem in the middle of the woods, of course. We'll have to hire wage labor to begin with. Quite a lot of men. I think we should get started without delay. There's a lot of work involved, but it'll be well worth the effort. I can just imagine it. The church will dominate the whole settlement.
Oh, that's good news. When will you inform Sir Divish?
Why wait? I'll head to Hamburg right away. But would you keep an eye on things here in the meantime? It would be rather embarrassing to run into more bandits when I return with Sir Divish.
No problem. I'll be right here.
It shouldn't take us long.
Woodsman Henry stays behind.
My lord, welcome to Pribyslavitz. That is to say, welcome back to Pribyslavitz after all these years. Well, what's left of it.
Not to worry, Marius. I'm glad to be back in my old hamlet. Although, it seems to have aged about as gracefully as I have over the years.
I beg to differ, sir. It's quite dilapidated, unlike your good self, but at least it's safe now. Thanks in part to Henry here, who also saved me from a predicament that cost me valuable time. Who knows? If it hadn't been for him, we might not even be talking now.
Well, lad, in the end, you managed things in your own way, I see. Just as you said you would.
I did my best, sir.
I can lie and demand ransom money that I didn't pay.
They didn't look all that tough, so I put a bit of pressure on them and they took to their heels.
You were outnumbered and you scared them off?
Ah, they were greenhorns. I think they may have been a bit intimidated by me.
Let's hope they don't try anything like that again.
I'm quite sure they won't, sir.
Let's get down to the matter in
Two of
hand,
them are
shall we?
dead.
What state is Pribyslavitz in?
Sir, in my official capacity as locator, I am gratified to inform you that the hamlet of Pribyslavitz may be renewed. And indeed it offers prospects of considerable expansion beyond its former limits.
Splendid. Finally, some good news for this province.
And badly needed, too.
So, what have you discovered so far? I want to know all the details.
We had a scout around.
We conducted a basic survey, from which we can make a preliminary outline of the parcels. I already have in my head an initial plan of what can be built where.
We should certainly have a church. I'd like to preserve the existing one.
That should present no serious obstacles. The building is in much better condition than we anticipated. But extensive reconstruction will be required.
That's to be expected.
There's a stream here, and a well, right in the middle of the village.
Yes, and there are abundant woods around. Clearing them will provide both extra land and timber supplies that we can use right away.
Right now, I believe we're standing on the village green, aren't we?
The future green, that is. The village centre will comprise at least 6 large buildings to begin with. We can't fit any more than that here, so there will be other buildings away from the square, in particular more extensive structures.
I'm glad to hear it. I never expected you'd find so much space here in the middle of the woods. The building work we're about to engage in is only the first part of my plan. Later, we'll clear more forests for agricultural land and build more farmhouses. But for now, we'll have to focus on more sensible goals.
As you wish, my lord.
Rebuilding a whole village must cost a king's ransom, though.
It's true it won't come cheap. Before the tradesmen settle here and start producing and trading, it will be necessary to invest a certain amount of capital.
A certain amount? How much exactly?
I wouldn't venture to state a precise amount at this point, but I expect it will come to some thousands, even tens of thousands of groschen.
That much? I hope you're good at haggling.
We shall, of course, attempt to procure everything at the best possible price, but raising a settlement from the ashes you see around you is a costly business. Nevertheless, I can assure you, my lord, that if all goes well, the investment shall all come back to you with interest.
I hope I shall live to enjoy it, Master Marius.
A village isn't a village without villagers. You'll need new subjects. Even preparing the ground for building will need lots of labor. Where can we find so many people, sir?
You sound skeptical, lad, but it's a good question. I've already given it some thought. I've agreed with Radzik and Hanish that we shall make an announcement in Rattay to invite people to move here and help with the construction, which will bring them many benefits, but also obligations. In addition, I expect the prospects of a new home will appeal to your former Skalitz neighbors, more than a makeshift camp by the castle walls.
They'll be delighted, sir.
A splendid solution, sir. I've also been concerned about how to bring settlers here, but now it seems there will be no shortage of new inhabitants after all.
I'm really happy to see that this is actually a place for your former neighbors to possibly settle down, because I was sad to see that there's no real plan for the refugees in the main part of the game. They're just kind of stuck in their refugee camps, and I've done a few things, even as Robin Hood Henry here, that I feel like I need to pay a penance for. A few of the side quests that I've done on my own have gone, we'll just say, south, so I won't mind dumping some of my own coin here into a place for my former neighbors to resettle. Like I said, I've got some things to make up for, and it kind of continues the whole Robin Hood theme I've got going on here.
It seems things are finally looking up. We routed the bandits in battle, and Henry took care of the remnants. When can we get to work?
Right away, as far as I'm concerned. All we need is people and the necessary funds. And we'll need someone to keep order, at least in the interim.
True. I'll leave you some of my men.
If I may, I would recommend quickly appointing a bailiff to take responsibility for the renewal of the village, its coffers and its citizens.
True. First things first. Since you understand these matters best, you shall take charge of the land parceling and building works. You'll be available to the bailiff, but answerable directly to me.
I'd be honored, sir. Thank you.
And, as regards the office of bailiff, what about you, Henry?
Yes, sir?
You've proven yourself well. You've demonstrated that you're capable of solving problems, and you command the respect of your former Skalitz neighbors.
Well, I'm not so sure.
And you're also capable of maintaining law and order.
I must concur.
So, let us expedite matters. Henry, I hereby appoint you to the office of bailiff of the hamlet of Pribyslavitz, in my domain.
My lord, it's a great honor. Thank you.
You will oversee the initial renewal and administration of the village that will set the ground for further development. But don't imagine it'll be a bed of roses, lad. Being bailiff doesn't mean you can do whatever you like. If you don't treat the settlers rightly, I'll soon find out and relieve you of your office. Besides, we can't spare a single groschen from the Hamburg coffers now, with the province in chaos. So, you'll have to cover the cost for the building work from your own purse.
Me? But Marius said it would cost a fortune.
True, but from what I hear, you know how to get your hands on coin enough. So, I expect you'll manage it just fine.
I'd like to know who's been spreading such gossip.
And I am assigning you certain specific tasks. You must ensure the rebuilding of the church. That means complete reconstruction, wall paintings, and a new altar. See to it that in the future, the village will be capable of supporting a certain number of people. For that, you will need to ensure the construction of essential artisans' buildings. And ultimately, the village must produce sufficient earnings to fund further expansion.
But, sir, I've never done...
I understand your concerns, but you'll be handsomely rewarded. I shall grant you the proceeds from the whole village for the first 5 years, and you have my permission to use the surrounding woods and land as you see fit.
Well, that's, I mean... Are you sure I'm the right man for the job, sir? It's a lot of responsibility.
As you said yourself, Henry, it's a great honor. Besides, you won't be alone in it. I'll assist you and supervise the construction work.
Phew. All right, then.
So, we're agreed. You'll give this document to the Rattay bailiff. He'll make the announcement to invite settlers, which should ensure enough people to begin work. At the same time, your official appointment as bailiff will be announced.
I don't know what to say, sir.
I'm sure you won't disappoint me, Henry. And now I must get back to my duties at Hamburg. Send word when everything is prepared.
Certainly, sir. Have a safe journey.
Farewell, sir.
Okay. So now we're going to head back to Rattay for these announcements.
What is it?
And they're leaving us at least one guard. Is it just the one? Kind of worried about leaving Marius here. Hopefully there's a few more guards here somewhere. Maybe? Yeah. After all, this was a massive bandit camp. Oh, hi, Roach. This is where we're going to stop for today. Next time, we're going to get started on the actual rebuilding and hopefully get this area cleared out and thriving once again. For now, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.